All right, welcome back. We need some practice solving problems. There are lots and lots of problems for us to solve in the world, and we can get some practice right here. You guys are the future, so let's do this. Here we're looking at the Pythagorean Theorem. That's, that's A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And we know that C is the hypotenuse, the long side, the side opposite of that right angle. So in this case, we'll name these other two sides the legs. Right? One is equal to 8 and one is equal to 6. Let's make that a little bigger. And this side's going to be C. Okay, so A squared again plus B squared equals C squared. And we're just going to fill in what we know. A is 6, so 6 squared plus B we said was 8, so 8 squared equals C squared. And this is where we get back to applying all of those things we were practicing yesterday and earlier. 6 squared, 6 times 6 is 36, plus 8 times 8 is 64, and that equals C squared. And you might already see this is going to be 100 equals C squared, and the square root of 100 is equal to the square root of C squared. Everything we do on one side we do on the other, and then this is 10 equals C. So that is our hypotenuse of that right triangle. Okay, once again over here we're going to call this side C, it's the long side, and we'll call this side A, this side B. It doesn't really matter, but we'll do 5 squared plus 7 squared equals C squared. So 25, once we start to know all these perfect squares really well, let's see, that's going to be 60, 74. 74 is equal to C squared. Let's see, it says round the answer to the nearest tenth. So we're going to type second square root, or x squared, 74, enter. It's going to be 8.6 to the nearest tenth, because it was 8.60. There is an answer key on the back. You can check that after you solve these problems. And then in number 3, let's see, C, call it A, call it B. So 6 squared plus 3 squared equals C squared. 36 plus 9 equals C squared. 45 equals C squared. And then the square root of 45 is 6.70. So 6.7 equal to C. Alright, and we can just plug that back into the equation and make sure, or just take that answer and push the up arrow and push the 2, square that back, press enter, and we get back to 45. So let's move on and try another one. This one is A equals 5 and B equals 10, and C is that long side opposite of the right triangle, the hypotenuse. So 5 squared plus 10 squared equals C squared. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Write that as many times as it takes you to remember. 25. You should probably say it as well, then explain it. So 125 equals C squared. And then we'll take the square root of both both of those, and that's going to be 11.18. So 11.18 rounds up to 11.2. 11.2 is equal to C. And that's as far as I'm going to go there. You guys can pause, continue working. I'm going to go on to, let's see, 12.1. I'm going to go here, check this one out. No, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go down to number 21. You guys should pause and finish that section up. And I'm going to keep working here. You start when you get back to 21. So with this one, we've already got the hypotenuse, the long side, the side opposite of the right angle, is already given. And so we'll call this side A, and we'll call this side B, which we don't know what it is. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so I have 9 squared plus b squared is equal to 30 squared, because a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 81 plus b squared equals 900. Let's check that out. 900. And then we're just getting that variable all by itself. We're subtracting 81 from both sides, and we're left with 819. 900 minus 81 equals second root 819. And that's going to be 1.008. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what we want. That's definitely not right. Second square root 819. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. Second root 819. There we go. 28.61. So 28.6. B equals 28.6. All right. There we go. Iron out the kinks here. All right, again, we have the hypotenuse. We have the long side already given. We'll call this A and we'll call this B. So 24 squared plus b squared equals 47 squared. These are some big numbers. You want your calculator. 24 up 2 equals 576 plus b squared equals 47 to the second power is 2,209. And then I'm just going to push minus 576 equals, so minus 576 equals 1,633. And I did it on the right side, so I better do it on the left side. And so now I'm looking for the square root of 1,633. Second x squared 1633 enter 40.41. 40.41 rounds to 40.4. And that's, that's an approximation. You can do that if you want. All right, that's 22. Let's go over here to 23. C is given, A is given, B is missing. So let's do 5 squared plus b squared equals 11 squared. So 25 plus b squared equals 100. 721. And if we subtract 25 from both sides, I think that's 96 equals b squared. Right, because these cancel out. And the square root of 96 is 9.7979. 9.7. Oh, 9.8 to the nearest tenth. If I got it wrong, let's see here. No, that's right. 24, we have C, and we have, whatever, call it B, it doesn't really matter. So A squared plus 28 squared equals 34 squared, and A squared plus 28, 784. Sure is nice to have those calculators. They're great tools. 34 up to enter 1156 or 1156. Subtract 784 on both sides of the equation. You're left with A squared equals, let's see, 372. And then you take the square root. And so the square root of 372 equals 19.28. 19.3. And I'm going to go on to the next page. You guys are going to pause your video and keep working until you finish that up. I'm going to go to number 4 here. I'm going to go to number 5. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go to number 41. So the only difference here is now we're working with some decimals, which, we've got calculators. It's no big deal. And even if we didn't, it wouldn't be a big deal. It'd just take a lot more time. So A squared plus 17.2 to the second power equals 18.3 to the second power, and 17.2 squared equals 295.84. 295.84. And don't round anything until you finish, until you get to the end. 18.3 to the second is 334.89. And then we subtract 295.84 minus 39.05 equals A squared. And we did this over here as well, just show that work, show your understanding, increase your knowledge. It'll stick longer. 6.24. A equals 6.2. 4 tells it to stay right where it is. And over here, let's see. Hypotenuse is C, and then this other leg is B. So 26 squared plus B squared equals 49.5 squared. 26 to the second power is 529 plus B squared, 49.5 to the second power, 2,450.25. And I'm just going to push the minus button in my calculator and subtract that. Minus 529, enter, 1,921, 25. And some of you can probably do that just as fast on the paper or in your head. And that's super cool. 1,921.25 equals 43.83. B equals 43 point, and the 3 tells that 8 to stay the same. And there we go. I'm going to do a couple more of these with you. And then let's see here. All right. Couple more. Let's look at this. Opposite of the right angle, find that side. Find the leg, find the other leg. 12.1 squared plus b squared equals 41.8 squared. And that's going to be 146.41 1,747.24. And boys and girls, don't forget to just pause this video whenever you need to slow down. Rewind it. Watch it again for a minute. Work at your pace. Let's see here. 3, 8, 0, 0, 6, 1. Let's see if I got that. That is correct. And now I need the square root of 1,600.83. And that's going to be 40.01 or 40.0, or just call it 40. After I take the square root of both of these values. One more for good measure. Oh, hey, we're missing C this time. We have A, we have B. So we're looking at 26.9 squared plus B, oh no, plus 40.9 squared equals C squared. So 26.9, 723.61, and then I'm just going to press plus 40.9 up to, and that's 2,396. 2,396.42. I'm going to go back. I'm going to do 40.9 up to the second power. 1,672. 1,672.81. I just skipped a step in there on you guys. I don't need to do that. And then we're going to take the square root of both of these. Second root 2,396.42 equals 48.95. That 5 says go up, so we're going to call that 49. 49 equals C. And that's where I'm going to stop, and you can stop at the end of this page. All right.